The way he grow with the wrong community. I mean, like, and you have to know how to respect and how to, not too arrogant or anything. I'm not saying that, but sometimes bad company corrupt good character.
Another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can't spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
Manny Pacquiao has officially joined the growing list of boxing professionals calling out Floyd Mayweather's real estate scam. But Pacquiao didn't stop there. He also dropped a bombshell, revealing that Mayweather allegedly defrauded him following their long-awaited mega fight years ago.
I won the fight.
Okay, so tell us, what do you think of Floyd Mayweather Jr. out of the ring, just as a person? How do you view him?
Well, it's for me, it's not good for him that he won like that, and there's a big question in the minds of the fans.
Pacquiao claimed that the original agreement for their fight was a 60-40 split in his favor. However, Mayweather allegedly took 70% of the earnings, an unagreed clause that was never part of the signed contract. I was supposed to get 40%, but he took 70%. That was really bad, Pacquiao said. According to him, Mayweather justified the extra 10% by saying it would go to the winner of the fight. Since Mayweather won, Pacquiao ended up with just 30%. Attempts to resolve the issue privately failed, and even appeals to the boxing commissions led nowhere. Feeling defeated and unsupported, Pacquiao eventually gave up on pursuing justice.
But do you want the rematch in part? How do you view him just as a person, not about the fight, but you've expressed before that you never really liked what he stood for outside the ring as a person, and you would like to defeat him because of that. Is that fair to say?
I'm what I see him outside the ring is of course I don't want to blame him, but
Shifting to the $400 million real estate scam, Manny Pacquiao admitted he didn't know all the details, but said he'd heard from several reliable sources that many of Floyd Mayweather's business dealings are far from clean, including those tied to Mayweather Promotions. If you really look into it, there are too many shady deals linked to him, even Mayweather Promotions. Think about it. Only one notable fighter has come out of there in all these years. That's not a good sign, Pacquiao said. As someone who claims to have personally experienced Mayweather's fraudulent behavior, Pacquiao says he's not surprised by these allegations. He urged the companies, organizations, governments, and individuals involved to step up and take proper action.
big question because of that controversial decision. Although I'm not complaining that what's happening, but I respect like I said, I respect the decision of the judges, but in my belief, in my heart, that I thought I would.
Reflecting on his own experience, Pacquiao said, "When I was dealing with my issue, people kept telling me that no matter what I did, Floyd would never be punished, that he was untouchable, like he was above the law. Maybe I gave up too soon, but I truly hope the new victims push for justice. He needs to be investigated and held accountable. Whether or not the new victims pursue action against Mayweather is up to them, but public sentiment is shifting." One fan voiced their frustration, saying, "I honestly feel like Floyd Mayweather has absolutely no virtue aside from his boxing record. There's just nothing about him worth emulating. If even Manny Pacquiao is calling him out, I don't think he's innocent. He always wants to outsmart people and come out on top, no matter the cost."
I'm still young, so what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy. And I'm not trying to boast what I have accomplished in life, but I'm just saying this to repeat. You might forget that the best fighter in the
Jabs with millionaire-level flair. Despite rumors of a $42 million scam that allegedly could have bankrupted him, money. Mayweather showed no signs of financial distress. He reappeared in style, sharply dressed and grinning like a man who's still making more money breathing than most do in a lifetime. During a recent appearance at the Real Deal Forum in New York, Floyd addressed the rumors with a mix of disdain and dramatic flair, brushing off the allegations as nothing more than noise.
Asakura,
There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather, and he can tell you that himself. You know, when we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer, but nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Don't let them trick.
Mayweather responded to the bankruptcy rumors by boldly declaring that if owning 2 private jets, over 100 properties, and living with complete freedom qualifies as being bankrupt, then everyone should want to be broke like him. He made it clear his wealth is not only intact, but he's more than willing to flaunt it without shame. The spark behind this latest controversy was journalist Stephen A. Smith, who claimed Mayweather had filed for bankruptcy after being the victim of a massive embezzlement scheme. But Floyd, no stranger to headlines since his undefeated boxing days, fired back with what he considers the ultimate defense: his lifestyle. There were no official documents, no accountants on standby, no precise financial statements, just Floyd, standing on his reputation. He reminded the world that his name is a brand, his legacy is luxury, and that he defends his image the same way he defended his titles, with calculated precision and perfectly timed counters.
humility.
I'm not here to talk about your personal life. When we talk about, you know, what's going on inside that square circle, I'm the best. No matter how you rate it, no matter how you cut it, no matter how you slice it, no matter if you go to 100 years back, 300 years back, all the way to now, there's only one best, and that's Floyd Mayweather.
Mayweather didn't hold back when addressing his critics, especially those calling him a liar. He insisted he's worked tirelessly to build his reputation and won't allow anyone to tarnish his name or that of his family. And to drive the point home, he used the moment to reaffirm the legitimacy and success of his real estate ventures. "I went from 8 figures to 9, he declared, emphasizing that his focus has shifted from chasing titles to building generational wealth. "These days, I'm not fighting for belts, I'm fighting for legacies," Mayweather said. He described real estate as his new ring, where he's still learning every day, just like he did in boxing. "The goal is for my kids to be better than me, and that's a win in my book," he concluded.
People into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
While some are eager to see Floyd Mayweather Jr. fall, he continues to float, literally, between floors, flights, and millions. And honestly, if this is what bankruptcy looks like, someone should hand out the recipe. All things considered, Floyd Mayweather doesn't always get the credit he may deserve. To be fair, there's plenty to criticize about the former 5-division champion. Many boxing fans blame him for some of the sport's current issues, chief among them, the obsession with maintaining an undefeated record. That mindset, often attributed to Mayweather's influence, has led a generation of fighters to avoid tough matchups in order to protect their perfect records.
Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
The complete commercialization of boxing, where money outweighs everything, including quality matchups and fan entertainment, is another criticism often leveled at Mayweather. Dubbed money for a reason, Floyd is seen by many as the face of this shift in the sport's priorities. Despite swirling speculation that he may have gone bankrupt after allegedly losing over Ndich and Ikov, $400 million in a real estate scam, claims he's vehemently denied, Mayweather remains a symbol of wealth and excess in the boxing world. Still, love him or hate him, it's impossible to deny Mayweather's place among the greatest boxers of all time. Some would even argue he is the greatest, based purely on skill, strategy, and ring IQ. That's certainly Joe Rogan's view, especially when discussing the role of discipline and mental sharpness in the fight game.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
You have to give something to get something, Joe Rogan said. I don't think you can be completely balanced and be the best ever, but it depends on how you're doing it. What's so brilliant about Floyd Mayweather is that if you look at his career, he might have been hit hard only 4 or 5 times. That's insanity. Rogan shared this insight with outdoorsman Cameron Haynes on episode 2316 of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. It's absolutely true. Mayweather not only had incredible defensive skills, arguably the best in boxing history, but also legendary discipline. While Rogan only briefly touched on Mayweather's unwavering discipline and Spartan lifestyle, many believe that was the cornerstone of his success in the ring.
That money to the IRS, how much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point.
The most impressive thing about Floyd Mayweather is how he balanced discipline with enjoying life. He would go out to clubs and parties, have a good time, but always stayed disciplined, never drinking or smoking. He was even known to run home from the club in the early hours just to get his cardio in. As an Olympic silver medalist, Mayweather was so dedicated.
There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You could sell those.
That he wouldn't even drink cold water before a fight because it supposedly shocks the body. It was this unwavering discipline that helped him win every fight he ever stepped into. And even now, at 48 years old, the American legend is still going strong, regularly participating in exhibition matches since his retirement in 2017.